are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the LA Chargers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Able to slither by. And good coverage there on special teams as they get him down shy of the 20.
Y'all can't talk about basic. Hey, middle.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. And incomplete to open things up.
When you think back to the success of that game of football to win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. A throw out wide to Woods, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And the Chargers, first down.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate. A nice carry. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
70 Timberwolves.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
talk about the defense for these Chargers. This unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on the down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Ready.
Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Saquon Barkley with a 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Hey, middle. Hey.
Jackson. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory.
62 yards on the play. And the Saints 1st down.
Yeah. Middle. 13. Hey.
Jackson now. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Gets this to Saquon Barkley out of the backfield. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down. Now Sanders. And he slings one that's incomplete. Looking for Jelani Woods that time. And it's 3rd and short. And look at the Saints defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game. Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. In motion left is Wilson. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll empty the backfield. A 5-receiver set on 2nd and 3. Slot man moves right.
Go here. 13. You at X. Hey. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Come on.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuck up in the backfield. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
Hey. No, we changed it. Oh. Report.
Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Jackson going to keep it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Everyone's eyes go to him when he nears the end zone, and that includes the coverage. He took away the easy throwing lanes and forced a high throw.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Garrett Wilson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run out, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. It's Sanders. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Dante Thornton, 43 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Jackson. This throw nearly intercepted. Big D-line that almost had it. But third down coming up.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
To throw is Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. And this one nearly intercepted. That one might need to go back to the drawing board. Almost a disaster. And it winds up just an incomplete pass, though. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jackson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Darius Slayton, 42 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target. We've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planning for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's taken in by Golden. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 3rd down and 1. Off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And a touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
They go play action now. Sanders. And the timing a bit off that time as that one fell to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Sanders to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Come on.
Here's Sanders. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion.
18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Let's go now.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Sanders. Got his man, it's Thornton. What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Get it.
To throw is Sanders. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
From the gun, it's Sanders. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from long. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again, it's Sanders. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
It's now 4th down.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
A check down here for Henry. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 of the 34.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Now Jackson. He's going to look downfield for Henry. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry, 65 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing, Sanders. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. On a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
7 Pirates. Ready.
To throw now, here's Sanders. He's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll try to do it himself. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit, but boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm ready to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
No, we changed it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Butker's kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Now Sanders. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And some room to work. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31.
Ready, ready?
Again, it's Barkley. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Open man here is Conklin. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's another Chargers 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go instead with Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Okay, break.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Ready, ready? Hut.
Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Ready?
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
31-31.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Jackson going to keep it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
13. Change it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Catch made by Slayton. Dancing away at the 35. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion, Slayton. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's is a 2nd and 8. This time, Jackson will throw it. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. A handoff, Barkley running left. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, we might just score a touchdown and seal this thing.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Yeah, things are pretty stacked up there in the middle of a lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. That ball caught by Harrison. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
Once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill.
Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield and there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Hey, middle. What? Hey, Ozzy, check. Hey. You change it. You at X. Ready?
Throwing. Jackson going to keep it. Pass to 20. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 17-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
No. Come on. Go.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's first and goal.
Yo. Hey, report. 13. Hey, you.
Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Saints have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, good-looking return setup here. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. 70, Timber Wolf.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
And the Chargers.
And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
A 4-yard loss on the play. Second and goal at the 13-yard line.
Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.